Hey, what's up guys, this is T-Bone here. Welcome back to another episode of playing Gemstone Legends. Now in today's video, I'm going to talk about one of the newest heroes that's available right now, and that is going to be Raven. So as of recording, she still is in the altar. There is still a chance to get her. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make a video early enough, so it's a little bit late, but there is still time for you to get her. Now I'm going to talk about her skills. I'm going to talk about, what you can do in terms of loadout. And we're also going to have a few redeemable codes in this video, so stay tuned, take a look, and get some redeemable codes, as well as learn a little bit about Raven. All right, time for our first code. It's going to be T_enjoy_summer, and if you put that in, you're going to get 100 gems for your enjoyment. All right, so let's take a look at Raven as a hero, her skills, and we'll talk about her potential loadout. So she's a healer type, and so as you would expect, one of her special abilities restores health, and it's based on her defense. So the more defense you have on her, the more she's going to be able to heal, which is actually a good thing because the more defense means she takes less damage, and she'll become a little bit harder to kill. And she also has two skills here, Color Master and Mana Breath. These are slightly less commonly discussed statuses. At least I haven't covered it very much in my videos, and so it's a good opportunity to talk about these statuses and why it's good for her as a support hero. Then we take a look at her passive ability. There's some pretty good ones in here. The first thing is she'll have increased resistance, 30% at level 1, and then by level 5, you'll have maxed out her resistance by up to 50%. Okay. She also grants Spell Shield at the beginning of the wave for 4 turns. This makes it really, really useful in arena fights. And she's also immune to stun and freeze, so she is supposed to be a good counter for Tycho, Parent, and also Mrs. Claus, the Blue Dragon, all of these heroes that freeze. Now the thing is, I did notice that in one of my trial runs, she did get hit by freeze, so I think there's a bug there. But I did actually notify the dev team about it, and I reported it, so hopefully this will be addressed by the time the video comes out or very soon afterwards. Time for another redeemable code. This time it's going to be T_gold_giveaway, and if you enter that code, you're going to get yourself a gold scroll so that you can try and pull more heroes. So to illustrate the point, I'm going to use the Moondust Rift, and we're going to jump in, take a look at this. You'll see I have all 5 heroes right now. We're going to jump into the light fight. And the reason I kind of wanted to show this is because the boss basically is affinity less. So normally when you attack the bosses, you're going to have no bonuses. But in this case, we'll see some. All right, so one quick tip. When you select on a hero in manual fight, you're going to see these carrots here. And you'll see that with Sigil, if I match red gem against a yellow enemy, I have a -1 damage, which means I'm going to have -30% to my damage from gem matches. And if I match yellow gems, it's going to go further down into a -2 carrot, which is 60% less damage. Okay, so this is how it works. And so having this information now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and try and get Raven's skill to be activated, and then now we're going to sort of see a difference in how this works. Okay, and so let's take a look. So right now you'll see it is Finbor's turn, and if I select Finbor and I select Sonura, you'll see that I get a bonus if I match dark gems. Okay, purple gems, because I'm a purple enemy. I have a purple hero going against a yellow enemy. So purple gems gives me a 2 carrots, and everything else except for yellow gems gives me +1 bonus. Okay, and so now let's go ahead and apply. Let's go ahead and activate her skill. So now, so then you can see that Finbor has Color Master, and now suddenly everything changes. You'll see that every gem on the board gives me at least +1 bonus. So this is what Color Master gives you. It gives you an additional boost. And so now my gem damage is going to be higher compared to before. And even going up against a purple enemy, which I'm normally weak against, I can still get a bonus by getting yellow gem matches, whereas normally that would have just been neutral. And my purple gem matches, which normally would have been a -2, is now just -1. All right, now time for redeem codes number 3 and 4 of the night. The first one is going to be T_arena_challengers. Make sure that you add the S at the end of the word challengers. And if you do that, claim this code, you're going to get yourself 100 arena medals. Now for the last code of the video, enter T_we_r_family. I just want to say thanks for all of your support so far. It's indeed like we're a family, and if you claim this code, you're going to get yourself some gold as well as some raid boss coins. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into an arena fight, and we're going to sort of see how the combination of Raven and Street Block and some other heroes, for example, will work out here. So the first thing is you'll notice that because of the spell shield that I have, I was able to stop I was able to stop a charged up Tycho from stunning my entire team at the beginning of the fight. So this is really helpful. A lot of people would bring in heroes like Dobrinka or Najar for the same purpose. Well, now you also have Raven that can do the same thing. A couple of other things that Raven can do really well is she could basically give you also a lot of status boost, which combined with when you combine with Street Block will actually help you fill up the stats. So I'll show you what that means. I'll explain how that works a little bit later. And so let's take a look here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and charge up using Sigil here. And unfortunately, I won't really be able to get Street Block charged up just yet, but that's okay. I'm going to wait a little bit, and I'm actually going to be using Morena, which I showed you a guide for. Really useful hero. I really like her. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this drop down here, and that's going to work well so that I can charge both blue gems and also purple gems, so that I can actually get some stats going. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and use Raven. I can heal all of my heroes, so it also helps if you have heroes that require to be full health, like Tycho, for example. And then we're just going to go ahead and stun, and I'm going to use this one more time, and I'm not going to use Street Block's ability just yet. Instead, I'm just going to go ahead and charge up here, and I'm going to use Street Block's ability next. So what you do is you want to basically try to fill up your stats if you can. And if I actually had a couple more heroes, I could actually fill up completely. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to save yourself from getting hit with negative stats, which a lot of people run nowadays with Zarkon and other heroes like Inula, like for sleep and things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to prevent ourselves from getting hit in that situation. But for now, you can see here, just being able to deal more damage against enemies. That's really sort of what you're trying to do here. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and do a match here so I can actually get I'm going to get Tycho going next, and we're going to just carry on the fight here. And you can see this is now with Street Block, right? So we have all of these things, and we almost filled up, okay? And we can go ahead and just close out the fight now, and you can see this. I'm doing this without Perrin, so I used to use Perrin in my fights here, and I could actually go without him right now. I'm still trying to sort of figure out like a good team, but this is working out pretty well for me so far, just because I can heal a little bit. I can use Morena to freeze, and I can keep Tycho health high so that I could use him to stun, and also when I deal damage, I can basically deal more damage to all of the enemies, so that I could take them out a little bit even if they don't have any special skills to use just yet, and just being able to deal more damage just from the gemstone matches is actually very helpful. So here's an example of an arena fight that uses Marina and sort of like how she helps out with her abilities. So another place I thought that Raven could work well in is also the raid boss against the corrupted vermin. So you can see with Raven in the team, I was able to get 1.19 million damage. This is with Sigil lead. That means I wasn't getting additional attack boost. But if I have Rogar as lead, I'll be able to deal even more damage. And I'm going to show you just real quick how this works. It's not going to be a full fight. I'm just going to sort of show you how this generally works. Okay, and what you'll notice is I'm also not going to be super careful about not having vermin get the red gem match in the beginning. And the reason I do that is because I want Sigil to basically perpetually be in the situation where her health is low, right? And so what we're gonna do here is I'm not going to activate Aurora's skill just yet because it's going to get wiped out. I'm also not going to use the skill from Raven just yet. And so instead I'm going to do my gem matches, and I'm going to hope that I don't end up getting more red gem drops. And we're going to get damage here. And so now you'll see what happens. We're going to try and get Sigil's health down. Okay, and luckily, just enough so that she still survives. We're going to go ahead and activate Aurora at this point, and then we're going to now be able to use Sigil's skill with a double hit, right? And then with this, what I can do is I can now have Color Master on all of my heroes, okay? And what this means is when it gets to Rogar's turn, you'll see that I'll be able to deal more damage from just regular gem matches. You can see also from Mayra, all of the attacks here are strong or strong, critical, but they're all strong. Okay, they're all strong damage, meaning they're able to deal more damage for each of the hits. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and activate everything again, and I'm going to use Sigil's ability one more time, and I'm going to now show you the comparison. So I'm going to first hit with Rogar, so you can see 48,000 here. And what I'm going to do now is with Color Master, what you want to do is you want to as much as you can, if you can see here, basically everything except for green, I'm getting double bonus. So like even like it doesn't matter if I match blue gems or not. So as long as I don't match green gems, I should be okay. And it's just that I'm not really gonna be able to get away from it because of the number of green gems here. So instead, what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and make sure that I can get some nice drops so that I can get various different color of gems to be matched, which actually will get me more damage overall because of the multiplier. And so I'm actually I expect this yellow gem here to come down next to this. I'm going to actually move, I guess. Well, it did end up working out. So let's take a look and see how much damage we were able to deal. So you can see we were able to deal a little over like about 50,000 or so just from those matches there. And so you can see it really works really well. And in fact, I was able to do more damage than his actual hit alone. So I didn't actually show the fight all the way through the end, but I did carry it forward with the previous fight I just had. And you can see my damage went from 1.19 to 1.43. Mainly because I had Rogar as lead in the second fight and Sigil as the lead for the first fight. So that attack boost does make a difference. Now, for the last part of my video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly talk about her loadout, my recommendations, and what you should consider. So the first thing I wanted to sort of show is I think it'd be beneficial for you to have Raven relatively fast, because even if she doesn't heal, she's still going to be able to give Color Master and also Color Mana Breath to all of your allies, so that you could benefit from it. But if you don't want necessarily be the fastest to be there, you want to be able to benefit from the heal as well, so you can get a little bit of damage and then heal everybody up. So in that regard, Swift set is a good choice. So you can see here what I've done is I've added speed to my boots, and then I focus on just defense. Okay, so you want to focus on defense. She's not going to be your typical hitter, and so you don't need to worry about attack boost or anything like that. You don't need to worry about critical damage or critical hits. You really just want to make sure that you can add as much defense and health as you can. And in her particular case, there's another way you could go where I went with all defense, and because I wanted to have more heal. But if you take a look at her passive ability, and if you take a look at her awakening, she's actually all about resistance. Okay, so you can see if you get her to 6 stars awaken, you get 50% additional resist, and if you have her raised to level 7 for a passive, you get another 50%. So you basically get 100% additional resistance already, and with what I have right now, I'll get her up to 156. What does that mean? Well, that means that it'll be really difficult to put negative stats on her, and because she also puts resistance on all allies, you're going to get, just by using her as a leader, maxing out her abilities, 140% resistance right off the bat. Okay, so she'll be one that's going to be really difficult to actually debuff, and so she'll be able to survive, okay, with her increased defense. Continue to heal and to do what she does, and she's immune to stun and freeze, so it'd be really difficult to stop her. All right, so she'll be able to heal her allies, and depending on the sets that you put on her, you could have some pretty interesting effects as well. But I think that to start, I would recommend going with some speed, high defense, high resistance, high health if you can, and basically use her in your setup and see that she heals your team and also make them all deal a little bit more damage. I really like her. I think she's a great support hero that is a little bit different than what we've seen before. It's nice to be able to put her in any team and know that all of your heroes are going to be able to deal more damage with their gemstone matches, and she's going to help keep them survive longer because of her heal. I think you'll really enjoy using her if you get her. So anyways, that's going to be it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.